All right, it is now February 23rd, 2024, and here is the beginning of my pepper series for the year. So this year I'm a little bit behind and I almost forgot to start new seedlings until I saw Peter Stanley's update video, and that reminded me. So thank you, Peter. So anyway, I had a few plants growing. These are death spiral that I started a while back for a new crossing project that will be coming up later in the year. So keep hanging around and then you see what I'll be working on. So these are the two plants. These are death spirals that I started in these little containers. And I have a few of these that I moved outside. They're extra, so I will show you that. But so far, this is all I have. This is just another fun project on a, pepper in a small container. I need to remove a few of those. And this one here is doing really, really bad, guys. I've had this for so long, and I mean, I've eaten so many peppers off of these already, and I kind of neglected these. I did not change nutrients at all. Never for the entire life of this plant. All I did was just add nutrients, and I keep adding it. I did not rinse it out, did not change anything. It's been sitting there struggling. It looks really, really bad right now. But the fruits are still growing. It's amazing what pepper plants can do under such crazy conditions. I guess it could be the certain variety, but this is the Sweet QueeNhi that I crossed with a white Thai, and it's a pretty cool pepper plant. Lots of colors and produce like crazy. You can keep it in AeroGarden. You can abuse it and it will grow just fine. Doesn't matter. It can grow throughout all the stressful conditions, and it looks amazing. I posted a bunch of pictures on Instagram when the plants look at its prime. But I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna cut everything down, and I'm gonna take this outside and I'll grow it in the garden so that you will see what it will look like. So I've done a bunch of videos on how to take plants out of the AeroGarden or a hydroponic and put them in soil. So make sure you check it out if you want to do something similar. Okay guys, here are a few more plants that I have outside in the garden, and these are death spirals that I have extras right here, and so those will be used for a project that I would be working on. And I also always buy plants every season because sometimes I just don't want to start the seed and I'll just go buy them. So here's the trick with buying plants at your local stores. Don't worry about getting the biggest plant, but try to get one that has multiple plants in the same pot. You see it? So instead of getting one plant, you have two plants. So I always pick the ones with 2 or 3 plants in there. That way you have multiple, and it's so easy to divide them. So I'll show you how to divide them, and it's a good way to save money that way and get more plants than just one. Okay, so to divide up the multiple plants, all you have to do is just squeeze the container, and you see the roots are kind of like all over the place. And it's okay to damage some of the roots. It's fine, they'll grow right back. Just try not to damage the main root. So you just split it in the middle like this. You see? And that has still root on there. This one still have root on there. And it's fine. These will grow right back. You're gonna be fine. Try not to disturb the rest of the roots. It's better that way. Another way you can do it is you can just get the water hose and spray the roots and then just pull them apart. But you see, when you do this, the roots is kind of like disturbed, and so it may take a little bit longer for this method than that method. So remember, it's fine to damage some of the root. They'll grow right back. Okay, so let's go plant these. Okay, so when you plant the plants in the ground, Check around your garden to see which area has the most sun. So right now it is the end of February, and so the temperature in Texas is still pretty cool. So the plants won't die, but they won't grow much. But they do need sunlight. You see, the back of the raised bed, the sun ends right there. So if you put the plants back there, they're not going to get a lot of sun, so they won't grow very well. So what I usually do is I put the plants right here where it gets all the sun. With the cool temperature and a lot of sun, they will do well. They would establish and they will grow roots very fast, and they will grow much faster than if you put them over there. This aloe plant is going to be moved, so I'm going to plant my pepper right next to it. So just dig a hole as deep as the roots can go. And make sure the leaves are above the soil and not anything covering the leaves. And if the leaves are so low, just pull them off, get them off of the soil. Okay, I have the 4 plants planted there and gave them some water, so they're all good to go. And they're gonna grow very slowly because the condition's still cool. And also we just ripped them apart, so they're gonna have to need a little time to grow roots and come back. But yeah, they're in a good spot. And one more thing that you guys should know is that if you brought your plants from inside your house and they have not been exposed to sun yet, make sure you acclimate them. So put them in the sun for like 15 minutes, then take them out of the sun. And once they are used to the sun after 1 week, then you can transplant them into the garden and just leave them outside permanently. So make sure, they call it the process hardening off, so make sure you do that if your plants have been inside all winter. Okay, so one last thing before we close out this very first video is these are the overwinter plants that I brought inside from last year. So I made a video on this. I think I will link you to the video so you can see. And now they're back outside. You see, new shoots are starting to grow, and these are the plants that are going to be the most productive. They're going to be the biggest, they're going to be the fastest growing plants in the entire garden because they're already mature from last season. And all I did was cut them back, put them inside this container. There's no holes in there, so they're nice and clean inside, no water spilling everywhere. You have to just maintain the water moisture. Don't put too much, and that's it. And then bring them out the next season and they're good to go. And so you see this? Look how big that trunk is. You see? And so now all I have to do is shape it, cut it where I wanted to cut it. I could even cut it all the way back here and let them sprout from the bottom and grow back as a new plant. See, there's new shoots right here, and this one here is already also growing a lot. This one died back a little bit because I put it back in outside too early, and then we had freezing temperature, and so yeah, they struggled a little bit. But at the bottom, the core down here, they're still good to go, so they will grow back just fine. Okay, so that is all I have for this very first video. I will be starting a bunch more. Especially the Khang Starr white Thai. Those are my favorite. I always grow a bunch of them. So in the upcoming videos, you will see much more plants than now. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.